Welcome back to my Colorado mountain garden, and today I'm going to do my first pruning on some of the herbs that I started on February 22nd. This first one is the Italian oregano, and I'm not going to take a lot off. They're just starting to get really tall on the lights. So when I do these early stage prunings, I don't take a ton off. Usually I try, I don't know if you can see this, just clip it just below. Now when these plants get huge and they're out in the garden, I don't worry about where I cut them because they're big and they recover from a lot of stuff. But I'm actually going to use this oregano in some of my spaghetti sauce that I'm having tonight. Like I said, this is the Italian oregano. And again, I'm not going to trim a ton off, but I want to make sure that it stays below my lights. Now, a lot of people said, oh, Kim, you overplanted. And no, I didn't overplant because these are very much a vining plant. And let me adjust the camera here. And they're going to come out to the edge. Now, where I put my herbs is in like a half of a horse trough, so half deep when I say half of a horse trough. And I'll drop them all the way down in. So that was the Italian oregano. And also the other reason why they're out here is they need to be watered, so I'm going to water them. And again, I just let them absorb from the bottom. This is my Greek oregano. So you can see up here I got some tall ones, and it's just really getting close to maxing out my grow shelves. So a lot of this is just going to come off. And Greek oregano is very much like Italian oregano. It has a little bit more spicier taste, I guess is the way I would like to say it. And this, you can see, oops, no you can't. You can see how this one's leaning over. I'm just going to take it off right there. And again, if I really wanted to get radical, I could come in here and I could take off like a third of this. Most times I don't try to prune more than about a third of the plant. Once it gets out in the garden, I will prune it a lot harder than I am doing right now. So there's the Greek oregano. And let me get the thyme over here. And when I say don't prune more than a third, you can come back in a few days or a week and prune more. But while these are still young, we're going to put the thyme in with my spaghetti sauce. I just like to give them a slight trim to keep them below the lights. And you can see, I hope, let's see if I can get in here. So you can kind of see, oops, where are my finger? I'm going to trim it just between those two leaves. And again, once these get big and are established out in the garden, I am not as careful. I just go give them a haircut. Let me get focused back in here. I need a camera that adjusts with where I go. And again, these were started on February 22nd. This is Thyme right here. If you like my videos, please subscribe. I have a playlist that is all herbs, so you can see as I started and see each stage. So if you miss something, go back and you can fast forward through the part that you know or whatever. It's not too late to start oregano and thyme. It's probably getting too late to start rosemary because it takes so long. You can still start dill. Pretty soon I'll be starting cilantro. my basil and parsley. And if I was going to grow sage, I just don't use that much of it, so it doesn't make my garden every year. I usually do that as an every other year. But you can also start sage right now indoors. I hope you enjoy this. Happy gardening.